Blake Lively's past co-stars have secretly disliked her behind closed doors, and beyond lawsuits, the list of actors who have spoken out against her will leave you stunned. Selena Gomez subtly shaded Blake by liking a TikTok post that directly criticized her approach to promoting It Ends With Us, which was widely regarded as a disaster. Grab your florals, grab a Betty Boo's drink, and watch this movie about DV with all your family and friends. Selena Gomez and Blake Lively have never shared the screen, but their connection through Taylor Swift has been anything but smooth. Back in September 2016, Selena told *L*, "I wish she was my friend, but she's not. I've never met her." This statement surprised fans, given that Selena and Taylor had been close friends since 2008, while Blake entered Taylor's circle in 2015. A Daily Mail investigation revealed that despite Taylor's numerous birthday bashes, 4th of July parties, and New Year's Eve celebrations, Selena and Blake have never been spotted at the same event. The speculation intensified when Selena, a known football fan, was notably absent from Taylor's star-studded Super Bowl box last year. Fans took notice when Selena left a seemingly sad comment on a Super Bowl post, hinting at feeling left out. Insiders later confirmed to Daily Mail that tensions have been brewing behind the scenes between Blake and Selena. A source revealed, "This is the reason neither of them are ever with Taylor at the same time and are constantly avoiding run-ins with each other." Additionally, Selena and Blake have never been photographed together at industry events, fueling further speculation. Could the real reason for their rumored feud be Selena's friendship with one of Blake's biggest rivals, Leighton Meester?
Most amazing young women, Selena and Katie. It's so hard to find really fun, amazing, cool young women.
Ben Affleck's chapter with Blake Lively is a Hollywood soap opera in itself. In 2010, while directing and starring in The Town, Affleck cast Lively as Krista Coughlin, a role that would soon spark behind-the-scenes buzz and controversy.
Yeah, I really had respect for the role. I fought really hard to get an audition, and when I auditioned the second time, I read with him, a few other actors, and it was, I think it was awesome process, hours long. It was really, really difficult.
Blake Lively auditioned multiple times for The Town, but producers were hesitant to cast her. Rumors suggest she had to convince Ben Affleck personally, using her well-known persuasiveness to secure the role. Affleck ultimately pushed for her, and she got the part, just as Justin Baldoni later fought for her to play Lily in It Ends With Us. However, things rarely go smoothly when Blake doesn't get her way. Off-screen, tensions ran high. Rumors about their dynamic spread quickly, especially regarding creative clashes. Affleck reportedly shut down Blake's attempts to soften Krista's character, insisting on keeping her raw and real. Blake, on the other hand, admitted feeling awkward filming intimate scenes with Affleck, an issue that also arose with Justin Baldoni. The difference? Affleck was the bigger star at the time. Their creative differences and her discomfort ultimately led to them never working together again, with speculation that Affleck wasn't interested in dealing with the drama a second time. Then came Armie Hammer, who stormed onto Gossip Girl in 2009 as Gabriel Edwards, Serena's charming new love interest. But his time on the show was short-lived. According to Hammer, he clashed with Blake behind the scenes, another co-star with whom things didn't end on good terms.
Question for Army on Gossip Girl. Who was the biggest diva on set?
You can say it because it's so far away from where you are now.
Let me just say that was a tough show to film, and I didn't end up actually filming all of the episodes I was supposed to.
Literally, you said, "Get me out of this."
It was also like, get him out of here.
Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's one.
You were?
Yeah.
Sounds like she was the problem.
It sure does, Chelsea. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Apparently, Blake Lively and Armie Hammer didn't get along, leading to his early exit from Gossip Girl. Rumors suggest he was fired after calling Blake a B during a scene. Hammer later admitted that working with her was challenging, which makes sense considering the ongoing pattern. Then there's the Justin Baldoni drama, another case of tensions behind the scenes. Unlike others, Baldoni took the polite approach, but even his attempts to keep things smooth ultimately backfired on him.
I have met Blake Lively. I worked with her on Gossip Girl.
Rosella Rigo, who worked on Gossip Girl throughout all 6 seasons as a stand-in, had a first-hand view of the on-set dynamics. In a TikTok video, she described Blake Lively as horrendous to work with, accusing her of being unprofessional and entitled.
That Blake Lively is horrendous. Like, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, she's horrendous.
The video has been difficult to find online, leading to speculation that Blake Lively's team had it taken down. After all, here was someone who worked with her for 6 years, backing up Justin Baldoni's lawsuit claims that she was difficult to work with.
She would like burp and fart like in the middle of set and act like we were all so lucky to be smelling her fart.
Although Rosella doesn't have concrete evidence, her IMDb page does confirm that she worked on Gossip Girl, lending some credibility to her claims.
And like at the time, I was dating someone, the guy who owned the craft service company that did the food for Gossip Girl. There were times where she would just like hug on him and love on him like in front of me.
Rosella claims that Blake was flirty with the guy she was dating on set, which raises some eyebrows. It seems unusual for her to be so chatty with someone just bringing lunch to the set, or maybe, as many online have speculated, she simply wanted to be the center of attention.
She thinks she has a right to do and say whatever the hell she wants. I think, Kim Owens is kind of right. She couldn't handle that people just didn't friggin' like her. But, that's just the kind of person she is. She is used to being adored, and when she's not, it gets real.
It definitely seems like Blake needs everything to go her way. Otherwise, you become the problem. Just ask Justin Baldoni, who learned that the hard way.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Oh, over there.
Moment by me.
Blake Lively has been accused of trolling and mocking Leighton Meester over the years, with fans online now calling her a bully. Despite spending 6 years together filming Gossip Girl, the two don't even follow each other on Instagram, a notable detail considering Blake reportedly pressured the entire It Ends With Us cast to unfollow Justin Baldoni. In a 2018 Porter interview, Leighton reflected on her time on Gossip Girl, saying, "I don't know if it was the healthiest environment," and in one resurfaced video, Blake made a harsh, unfunny joke about Leighton's past, referencing the fact that she was born while her mother was serving a prison sentence, all in front of a massive audience.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them. Joke. Have mercy.
That was a lot of information about cages, and I'm sorry, I was so thrown off by that.
Just like, wow.
Who else didn't want to act in a cage?
Well,
Avatar cage.
Yeah.
By 2008, New York Magazine had already picked up on the tension. Blake and Leighton weren't exactly trading friendship bracelets. Instead, they were reportedly avoiding each other like a sport. Sources claim the Gossip Girl cast was split into 2 camps, Team Leighton and Team Blake. The vibes were so tense they could be cut with a designer heel. When Season 1 wrapped in May 2008, the divide became even clearer by the Season 2 premiere in September. Cast dinners were split, press junkets were separate, and the tension was undeniable. Fast forward to 2014, when Leighton married Adam Brody, Blake was a no-show. In fact, there are barely any pictures of them together, nor has Leighton ever publicly praised Blake. Meanwhile, Leighton has remained friendly with other castmates over the years, appearing in photos, collaborating on projects, joining Penn Badgley's podcast, and even doing a lighthearted skit for the SAG Awards with Kristen Bell.
Hey everyone, Gossip Girl here. One of my sources, Lamy86, sends me this. Jeff Goldblum has a wicked appetite. Timothy Chalamet sitting next to a hot steak with a side of broccoli. Wait, what are you, Leighton? None of this is gossip. It's just all about food.
I'm sorry. I'm just really hungry.
When it comes to Brandon Sliner, you'd think he beat Team Blake, but recently he's been anything but.
Are you Team Blake or Team Jeff?
He said, I don't with Gail.
At first, Brandon Sliner seemed to support Blake, backing her initial lawsuit by posting about it on his Instagram story and directing his followers to check out the Times article. However, his stance soon shifted. Over time, he began shading Blake repeatedly when asked about her in public, making it clear that his support had faded.
And finally, I know you're very supportive over your female co-stars as well. Blake Lively, how are you hoping to support her during this time?
I mean, it's a tough situation, and I just hope everyone remembers what the movie's about and why we made it in the first place, and I just want people to remember like what it's about, why we made it, and to kind of keep it on that kind of like core ethos. You know what I mean?
Also, the last time you were talking about the movie It Ends With Us, which has turned into a big major story between Blake and Justin. I'm wondering what you're thinking about that, processing it, navigating it.
I just want people to remember why we made the movie in the first place and what it stands for. And
You stay focused on that.
yeah, it means a lot to me. So it's unfortunate that things get taken away from what the ethos of that thing is, and it gets convoluted. And I just want to remind people of why that thing.
I get that.
First, yeah.
Brandoni, you have to understand, if you say something in public, people are going to ask you about it in public. But instead of doubling down and standing by Blake, he dodges the topic entirely. And that silence speaks louder than anything he previously said. Something definitely feels off. Meanwhile, we've all seen how awkward Anna Kendrick has looked in past interviews with Blake. But this past weekend, while promoting their A Simple Faker sequel, it wasn't just Anna's body language doing the talking. This time, she was throwing shade directly.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again? Oh, what does it mean to be back with Anna? Oh, it's success. I'm so happy.
It seemed like Anna Kendrick was forced to do press with Blake Lively because when asked about the lawsuit, she offered no support whatsoever. Instead, she completely avoided the topic, making it clear where she stood.
How does it feel like the movie's being impacted kind of by everything happening around going on in the world?
Why, what happened? I did ayahuasca and the last year of my life is just gone, but I've heard the movie's amazing.
Not to mention, Anna Kendrick's body language looked anything but comfortable as Blake launched into her usual rambling, dominating the conversation during press interviews. Blake seemed desperate to crack jokes and come off as charming, constantly seeking attention, just like she's been doing since her Gossip Girl days. If you've seen the old clips with Leighton Meester, you already know this isn't anything new.
I wanted to make this the second movie, and he wanted to shoot in Capri, and I was like, that's one for me, things be scary. Let's just, shoot in Connecticut. That's when the first one was played.
Here we go again, Blake trying to take control of a film that isn't even hers. This time, she was telling the director where they should shoot, once again pushing for creative control.
Shoot in Connecticut. That's when the first one was played. I didn't understand why I needed to Capri, and now please stay on. Everything is so much. Because I feel like lemon. And like, it's gosh, when they sell hats, that crazy, beautiful hat, there's just a hat in the stores. Like, you can buy that.